What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? Noah Gray here, tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Josh's channel and check out showmefootball.com for more.
What is up, Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome back to another video on my channel. My name is Josh Fan of showmefootball.com and arrowheadaddict.com, covering your Kansas City Chiefs. And today, guys, for this week of our Super Bowl coverage, I wanted to talk about the refs. That's what I wanted to talk about today. And I know that the ref conversation has gotten absolutely exhausting for us Chiefs fans, but we just have to talk about it again. And I want to go on a little bit of a rant because this game is already setting up the conversation this week. And if you paid attention to a lot of the questions that the reporters are asking the Kansas City Chiefs and Roger Goodell, this game is already setting up for there to be an outcry about the officiating after the game. And we're still, 10 days later hearing from Buffalo Bills fans about how the refs screwed them over and the refs were the reason that they lost. But I want to go on a rant. I want to talk about the refs because the tears are just absolutely flowing right now from everyone that is not a Kansas City Chiefs fan. And I just think it's absolutely hilarious, but it's also ridiculous. And I did want to lean into the storyline a little bit because I just want to share some of the stuff that I've seen this week with you guys, especially those of you that have not seen it. So let's start with the first thing. During media week, some of the refs and the representatives for the organization in which the NFL referees, get together, they were asked, and Roger Goodell was asked about favoriting the Kansas City Chiefs and conspiracy theories about bias. And Roger Goodell was also asked about the refs, favoring the Kansas City Chiefs, the officials being partial to the Chiefs. Now, Roger Goodell said it was a ridiculous theory and that it sort of reminds him a little bit of the script theory. If you guys remember that from a couple years ago, that the NFL has the script of how games are going to go. He said during his State of the League address Monday that I write a script and I had the script for the entire season. I think it reflects a lot of the fans' passion, and I think it is also a reminder for us how important officiating is. And I think the men and women that officiate the NFL are outstanding. They have the highest possible standard. He added, our officials are evaluated in several ways. It's not just the performance on the field, but it's things that go on in their own lives. And we have a very tight control over that. We monitor that very closely in a number of ways. But essentially, Roger Goodell laughed off any sort of idea that the refs are partial to the Chiefs. And we already knew that was ridiculous because let's just look at that Buffalo Bills game, for example. Everyone wants to talk about, two questionable calls in that game, whether or not Josh Allen got the first down, whether or not Xavier Worthy caught it. But that's not the reason the Bills lost the game. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but Sean McDermott, a quote was leaked from him where he was basically prepping his team for the game saying, hey, you're not going to get calls in this one. And that is just a loser mentality from Sean McDermott, basically having ready-made excuses after the game as to why you lost, when the real reason you lost is because you didn't shift protection on that fourth down play and allowed the blitz to come breaking through with a chance to tie the game. I mean, guys, the Bills had the ball with a chance to tie or take the lead in that game with almost no time left for the Kansas City Chiefs. The refs are not why you lost, but we already know that, and I want to focus on the Super Bowl. But then here's another thing that happened. So there was a reporter, and I really don't know much about him. I don't know his name. I just saw this clip on Twitter. But essentially, this guy on TikTok, he was credentialed to interview some of the Kansas City Chiefs players, and he got to talk to Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and asked them both about the refs. And he asked Travis Kelce, what's better, Taylor Swift or a phantom 15-yard roughing the passer penalty? Now, he asked Mahomes about the refs as well, and Mahomes was a little more lighthearted about it. But Travis Kelce was not having any of it. And I would play the video for you guys, but just in case for copyright reasons, I don't want to put it up without permission. But Travis Kelce was having none of it. And he was like, all right, next question. Just not even touching it. But what sucks to me about this, or what pisses me off the most about someone doing this, about having the opportunity to cover the Super Bowl, go down there for media week, have credentials and cover the Super Bowl. Some people work their entire lives to be able to cover the Super Bowl. Heck, that's a personal goal of mine, is to cover the Super Bowl one day eventually and go down there and interview some of these guys. And the fact that they let someone in like that, who probably worked very hard to get those credentials, and then he walks in and asks the players something so stupid as to what their thoughts on the officiating is. Why? It's an embarrassment to their profession. It's a waste of time. The players aren't going to give you a noteworthy answer anyway. So what's the point? I mean, it sucks to see that, knowing how many people, deserve to go down there and cover the Super Bowl. And these guys go down there and they just turn it into a circus. And I just think it's absolutely ridiculous. But what I also found interesting was that someone asked Travis Kelce if he'd like to ask the media a question. And Travis Kelce answered, "Why are you guys leaning into the ref thing so hard?" Even Travis Kelce knows that it's overboard at this point. And I just hate that this entire Super Bowl week, the main thing that keeps coming up over and over and over again is the officials. And we never even got this type of coverage, this type of hammering of the refs headline, even when the Patriots were on their dynasty run. And that's just ridiculous to me because the Patriots definitely got some help from the refs, and the Patriots also had multiple cheating scandals. Like, the hate for the Kansas City Chiefs doesn't make a ton of sense to me because, I mean, this team, you don't hear about any cheating scandals with them. No Deflategate, no Spygate. Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes are both pretty likable for the most part. I mean, but we know that when you have a ton of success, this is just what comes with it. People get tired of you. People get sick of you. They want to see something else. And we've gotten to that point now with the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, it's a spoiled position to be in for us Chiefs fans because we know just how bad we wanted this for a long time, and now to finally have it and to have the opportunity to go for a third straight Super Bowl. None of us imagined that type of success. So we are spoiled quite a bit, but man, hearing all this talk of the officials, it just puts a damper on like the whole celebration part of it for me. And like the whole chasing history thing that story has been put on the back burner for the refs. And it's like, come on, this is just a mockery of the league, a mockery of the game. And I hate now that this game, they're basically already baking up the excuses for after the game for if the Eagles lose. Oh, this call didn't go our way. That call didn't go our way. This is why we lost. Wah, wah, wah. And honestly, guys, at this point, I honestly hope the Chiefs won on a controversial call. I think it would be glorious if the Kansas City Chiefs won on another controversial call and just see the epic meltdown after the game when the Kansas City Chiefs three-peat after winning on a controversial call. I think that would be the funniest outcome, and I wouldn't care. We will be back-to-back-to-back champions. You think I'm going to care about anyone complaining about the refs? And I don't I don't care right now. I just think it's ridiculous that it's overshadowing everything else. The ref conversation is overshadowing everything else. And mainly this guy who goes to the Super Bowl, gets the opportunity to cover it, and asks such a stupid question to Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, legends of the game. And you just embarrass yourself in front of them with stupid questions. So that's my rant, guys. That's my spiel on the officiating and the whole Chiefs and refs conversation. The fact that people are asking Roger Goodell and the refs themselves about, if they're conspiring, getting together and saying, we got to help the Chiefs win. I mean, it's just insane. I mean, no one actually believes that. No one with a rational brain, no one with any sense of reason actually believes that the refs are helping the Kansas City Chiefs. Do you guys understand how difficult it would be to do something like rigging a football game? It just, that could honestly be a whole nother video. I could get into that, but that's all I got for this one, guys. Just wanted to talk about the ref conversation, all the tears that are flowing in. And I'm just warning you now, be prepared for after the game when people blame the refs for when the Kansas City Chiefs win. Just calling it now, giving you a warning. It's coming. But I think honestly, it would be the funniest outcome. I hope they win on a controversial call. So yeah, like I said, that's all I got for this one, but I want to hear from you guys down in the comments below what your thoughts are on the ref storyline from this week. Do you think it is ruining coverage of the Super Bowl? Do you embrace it? Curious to hear your guys' perspective, but all that being said, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so more Chiefs fans can find this. Make sure you check out my work on showmefootball.com, arrowheadaddict.com for more. And last but not least, follow me on Twitter at showmefb. So that's all I got. I will see you guys in the next one. And as always, go Chiefs!